Who rocks up to training smelling like they work for a perfume store?
Sebastian de Klerk.
Kobus gaan nou vir al seker goed ek sê.
Hoe?
Ek sal sê Devin. Ek dink Kobus sê net so want hy stink heeltyd, so ek ruik net normaal.
Who has a GHD hair straightener in the team?
Sebastian de Klerk.
Hoe weet jy dit?
Vodacom Bulls bullpen banter show with Mac and Dean.
Alright, hier is ons nou weer bullpen banter seisoen. Seisoen 3. O, hier is ons op die derde. Seisoen. Luister, ons het dit gemaak, ou. Ons het dit gemaak. Ons het gedink toe ons nou hierdie show begin, het ek en ou Wors gesit en toe dink ons, yes, die eerste show is 'n bietjie rough en wild. Ons producers gaan ons fire.
Was baie peeps in. Piep, 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 piep.
Bloep, bloep, bloep. Alles was net peeps.
Klink toe spitsverkeer 5:00 die oggend op pad binnestad toe. Piep, 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 piep.
So we really thought that, you know, the first episode, our producer's gonna fire us. And then we realized that, nee, wat, ons is eintlik te goed vir hierdie show, man.
100%.
Ons is way te goed. Maar ons moet sê dankie sê aan julle. And everyone that gets to join us at every single episode that we're shooting. Remember, the whole plan around this is for us to travel, right? From pubs to restaurants, bringing the Vodacom Bulls players to you. En wat lekker is van hierdie show is, jy kan hulle enige iets vra.
Ja, hoekom nie? Ja, ek dink ook net sê dis ons derde episode. Dis vir ons 'n absolute fees om dit te maak, Mekka. Dis nie altyd so lekker saam met jou nie.
Ja.
Want ek weet jy like jou eie stem verskriklik baie. Dis hoekom jy op die radio is.
Verstaan.
En vir die mense wat nou nie weet nie, Bullpen Banter is 'n mengsel van, ek wil nie sê podcast nie, maar kom ons sê maar podcast, 'n helse lekker kuier, bietjie langarm sokkie, biltong droewors, alles wat lekker is, alles in een gekram of in al daai goeters 'n tipe love child het. Dit is wat Bullpen Banter is. Good times.
So dames en here, round of applause to yourselves. Welcome to Potsdam! Soos jy kan hoor, it's excitement all around. Vandag het ons twee legends en hierdie ander jong man het eintlik baie goed gespeel teen die Lions. So let's welcome our guests this evening.
Kom ons gee lekker hande klap vir die Bulls.
Daar sê maar, Kobus, jy moet langs my sit want hierdie gaan 'n probleem wees. Nou, hoe dit normaal werk is ons het 'n QC, right? QC basically means, you know, this guy.
Dit werk so. Hallo manne, welkom, baie welkom.
Ek het net vergeet.
Manne,
ons is so gewoond aan hulle, ons vergeet om te
groet.
Sorry manne, sorry.
Larry nul maniere.
Kobus, wie se kind is hy? En Sebastian de Klerk is hier vanaand. Okay, welkom. Hoe gaan dit met julle manne?
Nee, lekker. Goed, is lekker om hier te wees.
Awesome. Okay, so then we have a QC, right? He's what we call the question collector.
Well, hi.
Oh, he's here. Ari.
Yes, sir. A-Rod.
Oh, must we? A-Rod, oh, must we?
A-Rod, so just explain quickly to everyone, what's your job? What do you do?
So I'm the question collector. You guys are up on stage and I'm in the crowd. I'm that guy. I'm the roaming mic. So I'm going to go down the stairs and have a bit of a chat with the guys and they're going to ask you, the people here on stage, some questions.
All right.
Hey Rod, before you leave the stage, my friend, I've got a question for you. I just heard it you hear it like in places, but it's like a whisper.
Yes.
They say since Morné Steyn left the Bulls, you are the new Liefling of Loftus.
Listen, I do my best with these rosy cheeks, eh?
By the way, the only guy with the original Vodacom Bulls tattoo, eh?
I literally have.
Look at this.
A Vodacom Bulls tattoo.
Die nuwe Liefling, dankie vir die waarheid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to start Bullpen Banter. Gooi millies.
Wil jy ek moet die eerste vraag vra? Okay.
Kyk, ons het so 'n paar vrae vir julle manne vanaand.
Ons het 'n paar vrae, dis 'n verskriklike moeilike vrae vir julle. Ek hoop julle is goed voorberei. Kobus, ek sal graag by jou wil begin. Obviously, toe ek nou 'n bietjie gaan navorsing doen het oor jou, jy's 28, jy kom uit hoërskool Appington uit. Maar een van my groot vrae en as oud bil voel ek is waardig om hierdie vraag te vra. Hoe verruil jy Province vir die Billa? Dis is of jou sussie oopmond te soen.
So
Vir die geld, obviously.
nee, so dis eintlik snaaks dien. Ek het bietjie vroeër vir jou gesê my pa kyk nie rugby nie. En my peetpa is die grootste Bloubil ondersteuner ek dink in die Noord-Kaap. En jy weet hy het my bietjie geïndoktrineer van jongs af. En ja, ek het eintlik niks van die bulle ontvang na skool nie. Dis eers toe ek vir WP geteken het wat hulle my benader het. So ja, is bietjie laat gewees. En ek is geleer jy's 'n man van jou woord, so toe stiek ek maar.
Ek hoor jou, ek is bly jy daai skuif gemaak. Ek dink dit was 'n baie goeie en wyse besluit.
Ek dink ook so.
So, Sebastian, kom ek vra jou 'n baie vinnige vraag. I mean, what's one thing people misunderstand about you as a rugby player?
Yes, that's a difficult question. I think something people misunderstand often about being a rugby player is looks very glamorous from the outside, but comes with a lot of sacrifices. Especially, I don't have kids yet, but if you're married, you know you're away from home a long time. So I think that's one thing that people sometimes misunderstood. Yeah.
I mean, to you, does family come first? And what does family mean to you?
Yeah, I think 100%. I think family means to me, obviously, being married now, my wife, and putting her needs above mine, which isn't always a reality, but you try and do it. But yeah, no, I think family is the cornerstone of everything. And it's wonderful to have people that support you unconditionally. So no, 100% for me, that's very important.
Baie interessant genoeg, het jy geweet Appington is eintlik bekend as die donkie stad. Want die donkie het eintlik die dorp gebou.
En by die museum in Appington is daar 'n donkie.
Donkie.
Ja.
Ja,
Sure. Wat sê veel ek was nog nooit in Appington nie. So as ek wil jou bietjie iets vra gou, hoekom noem hulle jou? Kyk, ek het my informante. I've got my informants in the team. I'm not gonna say any names. Why do they call you Chatto? Why is your nickname Chatto?
So dis chatties. Maar
Chatto or Chatties?
Die ou wat die byn op my gee, is eintlik die ou wat die meeste praat in die span en dis Akker. Maar nee, ek weet nie, ek dink obviously ek is 'n baie social ou, ek is baie lief vir mense, so ek dink party oggend as ons by die gym aankom, is hy ons geïrriteerd want ek like my chat, so ja, dis van waar dit kom.
So vanaand se show gaan lekker gaan.
100%, ja.
So daar's here so Kobus se boetie is eintlik Jasper en ek het nou 'n bietjie uitgevind dat Jasper always teased Kobus for some reason. I don't know. Is it because you're the younger brother or was it because, you know, he was just bullying you as the brother?
I think Jasper felt the pressure of me being on his heels. Nee, ek joke. Nee, yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, he's less than 2 years older than me, so everything was always a competition, like literally everything. And he is much stronger than I am, so he managed to bully me.
So what's that one thing he always teased you about? That one moment you're like, yes, ek gaan hierdie boetie vandag doodmaak.
Man, hy het nie eintlik baie op my nie. Die beste ding wat hy seker kan sê is dat hy in die stroper gesit het terwyl ek tapkar moes ry. So, ja, ag, jy weet, dis 'n voorreg om so 'n broer so naby aan jou te hê. En jy weet, ek dink hy het 'n groot deel gespeel in wie ek is vandag, in terme van hoe hy my gedruk het en goed so.
Ek wil net jou sê, Mekka, kan jy imagine die twee boeties besluit nou vandag is die dag. Ek dink hulle breek die huis af. Imagine those two boys start fighting. I think there's nothing left of the house. Mama, put away the fine china. The boys are at it again.
So, Sebastian, who in your life gives the brutal, honesty you've never asked for?
I think that's a big reason I'm married is my wife. She's very honest with me. But yeah, big honesty there. I think also at the stadium at Loftus, there's a lot of guys that just give their opinion without necessarily wanting it. So it's a good place to keep you humble. You can't get arrogant in an environment like that as well.
Ja, sorry, ek wil net daar jy kan niks nice hê nie. Niks nice. As jy 'n nuwe bakkie het, stop jy voor by die boomgate en jy stap in. Kan nooit iets nice hê by Loftus nie.
Jy moet ook 'n woord in Engels verkeerd sê nie, man.
Kobus, I've got a question for you. Obviously, you play lock, you can play flank very well, and you've played 8 also. Is there a position that you prefer over the other? And if so, why?
Yeah, I think my preferred position is 7. Just because it's a bit more loose. It's not that I don't want to do the hard work on the wind, but yeah, it just feels a bit more loose. You get out quicker. But at this stage, I'm not playing 7 because Peter Steff and Ulrich Louw is playing 7. So
Totally understandable.
yeah.
But you feel comfortable at 7, yeah?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable at 7. You know, it's not your typical just run it straight lock always. I'd like to think that, you know, I can pass well and use a bit of footwork. So, yeah, 7 preferred position, but as long as I'm playing, I'm happy.
No, great. And I think it makes you a very valuable player if you can cover 3 positions as it is. So, yeah, well done on that in any case. And you're doing well, my friend.
Ja, dankie Dina.
Keep up the good work.
Dankie man.
So, ek het nou uitgevind, Sebastian het 'n ding vir online shopping.
What? Online?
Online shopping.
So, there's online shopping.
Yeah, online shopping.
Ja, daai is false information.
Ja, ek het nou.
Ek weet nie waar hulle dit gekry het nie.
En ek weet hy's nogal sleg online. So Sebastian, what's the worst thing you've ever bought online?
Yes, I haven't bought a lot of things online, to be honest with you, but that time when Wish, you guys remember Wish? That thing, I can't remember what I bought. I think it was like a shirt or something. But when I bought it, and when it came, it was like 3 sizes too small, and obviously I like a smaller shirt, but not that small, so that was probably the worst thing, yeah.
Boy, gentlemen, so, I mean, the URC is upon us. You guys are jumping over to the next season of, obviously, the EPCR. I mean, how's the journey been so far? I mean, we've been quite moving down the log, which is fair. Rugby is rugby. We'll probably pick up, you know, next year in 2020, waar is ons nou? 2026, volgende jaar. In 2026. I mean, how's the journey been for you guys with obviously the new coach or Ackerman?
I think I would like to add on to that. Obviously, you've got a new coach. You're still almost the same team, but there's a new leader now. So, what changes do you make, and what changed leading up to the URC? Wat het julle anders gedoen?
I think, to be honest, there was quite a lot of disruptions actually before the pre-season, because we weren't sure where everything was going with the new coach and who actually was the new coach, and we obviously had a lot of Springboks as well. So our squad, we had a lot of juniors. So our prep was actually a bit. I think they did the best they could, but I think our prep wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. Obviously because of that reasons. Ja, but ek meen Kobus, jy kan sê wat nou anders was.
Ja, ek dink nie dit was baie anders nie. Die backroom staff is nog steeds dieselfde. Dis jy weet coach Johannes is 'n baie betrokke ou met sy spelers. Ek dink is iets waarna ons moet gewoond raak. Maar nee, ek dink soos Sebastian sê, jy weet, dis Currie Cup. Party ouens speel in die Currie Cup reguit in JRC en jy weet, ek dink ons moet net bietjie consistency kry. Jy weet, soos laas naweek dis tawwe toer, 3 games weg, en dan, jy weet, dan kom jy terug en jy het 4 weke af, en jy's terug by Loftus, terug by Altitude, so, ek dink dit kom nou op 'n punt in die seisoen waar dit naweek na naweek, na Kersfees nou, naweek na naweek sal wees, en jy weet, ons het baie van ons tawwe games klaar weggespeel, so bietjie meer rugby by Loftus wat definitief vir ons gaan help.
Ja, en ek dink ook iets wat die leaders heel week sê is, ons gelukkig wen mense die JRC nou nie, so ek dink die volgende helfte van die seisoen is baie belangrik vir ons, ja.
Alright, so ons gaan 'n bietjie wegbreek. Ons gaan 'n bietjie platform oopmaak. So we're going to call out A-Rod, our QC. I know we do have a couple of, Vodacom Bulls fans, Richard Poster, Linwood, that would like to ask a couple of questions for the gentleman over here. So QC, let's open up the floor to some of the Vodacom Bulls fans that are here, as well as, ek het nou uitgevind, wees maar 'n bietjie sterk, want ek hoor daar's ook Stormer fans, daar ander span van die Kaap.
Kinders wat op hulle kop geval het toe hulle klein was.
Ja, Ek hoor daar's ook so 'n paar leeu's hier in die gebou. Hulle is gereed vir hierdie situasie, so jy moet weet as Vodacom Bulls, ons is altyd gereed vir enige challenge. So let's open up to the floor for the QC. Let's go straight to A-Rod.
First off, what is your name and what is your question for the panel?
My naam is Reinhard. Ek wil net weet, ek weet die Bulls het 'n okay seisoen hierdie jaar, maar ek wil net weet, hulle het deurgetrek, maar gaan hulle die Stormers in die final kry? En wat gaan in die JRC gebeur, want hulle sukkel maar bietjie in die final, maar ek wonder of hulle gaan deurtrek.
A-Rod, who does he support?
Ek's 'n Stormers fan.
Give that man a strafdop. Give him a tequila or just give him something that's sleg.
Daar's hy, strafdop vir die man, tequila, daar's hy.
Okay, manne, julle antwoord op daai?
Reinhard, ek stem saam met jou. Ons track record in die final is nie great nie. Maar ten minste kom ons in die final. So
Dankie vir die waarheid.
Dis die eerste ding. Die tweede ding wat ek in my 11 jaar van professionele rugby geleer het is dat jy eers na die tyd, na die game praat jy eers lekker. So ek dink ons vat hom op die ken en dan 3 Januarie ons sal jou nommer vat. A-Rod, take his number, we'll call him the 3rd of January.
There we go, that is license plate. Now we have another gentleman next to me, and apparently he's also got a very popular surname. Meneer, wat is jou naam en wat is jou vraag vir die ouens op die stage?
Voordat ons verder gaan, ek is 'n Wiese. So Kobus Wiese, you go, en ek het 'n groot vraagie. As jy nou 'n karaoke liedjie moet gooi, wat sal jy gooi? Sweet Caroline! Ek's 'n bil.
Dankie vir die waarheid. A-Rod, do you have tickets for Loftus?
We definitely do.
Geef vir daai ou 2
Give him
kaartjies.
some tickets for Loftus.
Ek sal 'n bietjie later jou blad skud en soos my pa vra van wat se wieses is jy? Toe maar ek ookie. Ek dink as ek 'n karaoke liedjie is Kenny Rogers, The Gambler.
Proper song.
On a round summer's evening. Phew. The man is deep. The man is deep. The man is deep. Another one, QC.
So we have actually someone here. He is a 30-year seasoned ticket holder. He is a die-hard supporter. Mr. Sir, wat is your naam and what is your question for the guys on stage?
My naam is Benny Pearson. Ja, ons kom al 'n lang pad saam op Loftus. Hulle boorde is seker te herken, ons sit die eerste ry agter die Bulls bench al vir 30 jaar. Moeilike vraag vir my. Wel, kom ons gaan eers so. Ek dink julle het geslip Saterdag en ek glo julle sal dit terugtrek en ek dink julle gaan 'n baie goeie jaar hê vorentoe. Een vraag wat ek net wil vra vir die spelers en ek het hierdie vraag al 'n paar keer gevra vir sekere mense ook. As jy gesap word en jy kom af, ek verstaan voor die tyd moet ek nie met jou praat nie, jy's besig, jy's gefokus en dis meer. As jy afkom en ek komplimenteer jou en ek sê well done, great game. En jy het nie jy lig nie as jou hand op en acknowledge my as die skare nie. Daai is vir my 'n moerse probleem. En ek dink dit is 'n groot probleem om die Loftus vol te kry. Dis net my opinie. Ek dink dit sal goed wees as julle dit kan aftrek en ek sal dit Saterdag kom toets.
Ja, meneer Rasa, baie moeilike vraag.
Ja, daai is die eerste. Nee, obviously dankie vir al die support en goed. Ek dink wat mense nie altyd besef is, soos mense hoor nie regtig baie goed as jy op die veld is nie. Maar soms jy baie geraas, die bench praat. Jou kop is nie heeltemal daar nie. Ek meen, al word jy afgehaal, jy is nog steeds heeltemal invested in die game. Maar met dit gesê, ek dink nie dis 'n verskoning nie, dis nou niks om net jou hand op te tel nie, maar ek dink regtig ja, ek weet nie, jy kan nou sê, maar meeste van die keer is jy net nie ingestel op mense wat jou roep of enigiets sê nie. So ek dink is maar meer ja, dis nie aspres of mense wil ongeskik wees nie. Ek dink ja, jy kom nou net van die veld af, so adrenalien, baie keer is jy frustreerd. Die game gaan nie jou kant toe nie. So ek dink is maar 'n mengsel van klomp goed, maar definitief nie aspres nie, maar ek dink ons sal dit in die meeting noem môre.
Weet julle, Benny, ja, ek wil net van my kant af sê, die jare wat ek nog gespeel het, as ek afgekom het, was ek flippend moeg geweest. Ken jy blind moeg? So, maar die backline het nie, hulle het nie verskonings.
Ja, maar onthou,
maar die forwards het alles gegee en dan is hulle baie moeg.
Ja, maar hy het mense gedonder, dis hoekom.
Nee, dit is reg en ek verstaan jou punt om te sê jy's gefokus en jy kom af, no problem. Maar ons kom van 30 jaar saam en wat in die verlede gedoen is, waar Wors betrokke was en dis meer. En as jy afkom en ek verstaan nou moet jy nie voor die tyd plan nie, maar ek dink dis 'n baie belangrike punt waarop jy moet fokus om jou skare terug te trek want die ouens wat daar agter sit het redelik baie geïnvest in die span en die mense en die kultuur. En daai is 'n belangrike aspek waar die kultuur dink ek van Loftus besig is om te glei.
Wat doen julle Saterdag as julle van die veld afkom?
Nee, ons
julle soek daai.
Ons soek daai. Ons moet hom in die hande kry.
En 'n trou. Ja, maar ek dink is 'n goeie punt. Ek dink een van ons values hierdie jaar was ons wil die gemeenskap en die fans meer betrokke kry en ek dink dis dalk 'n goeie leidraad vir ons hoe ons dit meer betrokkenheid kan maak. So ek dink dis definitief iets wat ons sal bespreek.
Nog een, ja.
Ja, dankie vir daai en sterkte vir julle game Saterdag.
Dankie.
Maar dankie vir jou. Dankie dat jy die Vodacom Bulls ondersteun. Ons doen waardeer jou. Dankie vir jou, Esther. So gentlemen, I'm going to come back to that. What's the weirdest compliment a fan has ever given you? They're going to go with Squibbies. Ooh, Quibby. Ek wil jou kinders dra. Vat my nou brakpan toe. Quibby. The weirdest compliment a fan has ever given you. Check Google.
I think for me is the fact that someone called me Jasper and complimented me on Jasper. So that's probably the weirdest for me.
Ja, ek moet sê ek het nog nie 'n vreemde een gekry nie. Ek dink een van die games het iemand my al met ongelooflik baie entoesiasme geroep en jy weet te kere gegaan net om vir my te vra, sal jy gou vir Willie Leroux gaan haal asseblief. So dit was seker die weirdste een, ja.
Okay, but
ek weet nie wil jy myne hoor, ek het ook een.
Ja. Yes.
Bietjie alright dit ene, maar we
Hulle gaan dit biep.
Ja, hulle gaan hom beep. We used to play Vodacom Cup and there was like a campaign, bring the game to the people. I don't know, of was dit voor julle tyd nie. En toe gaan speel ons in Polokwane, in die ou Pietersburg.
Is dit daai game wat julle daai Black Label hemde gedra het?
Kan nie onthou nie. No, I don't think it was Black Label. I think it was just normal shirts. But in any case, after the game, my wife and my mother went there, so I drove home with them. I didn't go with the bus. And a lady came to me, and I was walking with my wife hand in hand. She wasn't my wife yet. And she wanted me to sign her boob. And I told her, soos my vrou nou nie was, sy sou ook miskien. Nee, ek lieg, ek het nie dit gesê nie. No, I just said, no, I can't do that. No, I'm with my wife, so.
So dames en here, die feesseisoen is hier. En ons het almal verskillende families. Er is altyd daai embarrassing stories wat altyd opkom as jy nou saam met jou ooms en tannies is of jou ma en pa. What is that one embarrassing story that always pops up on Christmas Day amongst the family? Nou moet julle deel. Ons het almal daai embarrassing stories. Kom ons hoor.
Maar kan jy vra moeilike vrae vanaand, ja? Difficult question.
Kom ons, dis familietyd. Iemand moet dit kry. Iemand moet.
Ja, so ek dink myne is ek dink ek was graad 1 of net graad 2 toe. En my pa as ons almal by die huis is, dan in die aande hou ons Bybelstudie, jy weet, my pa lees vir ons. Maar my pa het 'n verskriklike dik stem en hy praat stadig en jy weet dit voel vir my amper soos 'n bedtime story. So tot vandag toe nog as my pa Bybel lees, raak ek aan die slaap. Dit is net soos 'n ding en ja, ek het soos ek sê ek dink net graad 1 gewees, ons het kuiermense gehad. Daai kaartjies wat jy gekry het op laerskool om jou getalle en jou letters en goed te leer. Klaar gebraai, my ma stuur my kamer toe, gaan leer jou tel of wat ook al. Kom terug, lees Bybel. En elke kind in ons huis het 'n beurt gekry om te bid. En almal is klaar, ek is die jongste, my beurt om te bid, aan die slaap. My oudste broer maak my wakker, hy sê vir my, Kobus, dis jou beurt, dis nou jou beurt. En ek begin tel. En ek tel en ek tel en ek tel. En jy weet later, ek weet nie hoe ver ek kon tel nie, maar sê nou maar ek trek by 50 en hulle is soos, okay, ons gaan hom nou wakker maak en my ma sê net soos, nee, julle het met hom gemaak. Julle sal wag tot hy klaar getel is. So ja, dis ek myne, ja.
Is dit 'n amen storie? Ja. Kom sê, ek weet jy het nog as 'n toer.
Ek moet vir jou sê, ons het nie verskriklik baie familievakansies of Kersfeeste saam gehad. Dit is maar net ons gesin en dit is gewoonlik baie rustig geweest. Ons het nie groot storie daarvan gemaak nie. Ek dink vandat ons was laas jaar saam met my skoonmaale in Jongensfontein, so hulle hele familie kom maar bymekaar en dis nou nie Kersfees nie, dis nuwe jaar, maar ons besluit ons gaan soos 'n theme party hou, 80s en jy moet 'n liedjie stuur en dan gaan ons hom spin en dan sing jy nou karaoke, soos daai Gambler was nou nie daar op nie. En ek moet sê dis klomp mense, so dan trek jy nou sê nou maar dan kan ek nou iemand kies om saam te sing en dan kies ek nou my swaar en ons het nogals gegaan vir dit, soos is nogals 'n lekker prys en ons het soos gekaraoke en ons het nogals gegooi. Ek het nog so 2 keer gevolunteer ook net om nie te wen nie. So ek dink dit is seker maar die mees embarrassingste om regtig uit te gaan en jy weet jy wil jou beste gee en dan wen jy nog steeds. So ja, dis maar seker dit.
Kom jy nie deur nie.
Ja, kom jy deur.
Gents, I've got a question for the both of you and I would like both of you to answer. And I know for any professional player, if it's rugby, golf, soccer, what is your motivation? What motivates you? Is it music? Is it your wife or your girlfriend or your cherry? What drives you?
Yeah, yes, I think for me it's just ek wil nou nie te diep ingaan nie, but
Ons het al gehuil op hierdie show. We've cried before, especially Mac.
no, so long story short, you won't hear me say that a lot. But anyway, here we go. I had a sister. She was a teacher for grade R to 3, die kleintjies, grondslag.
Primary school.
Ja.
Primary school teacher.
Born teacher, but also a very good sport person. She was in an accident in 2019, but she always used to say, so when I was still in Cape Town, I lived with her for 5 months, and she always said, you know, I'd come home from training and I'd complain because it's tough and it's hot and I'm tired, and she used to say, yes, Kobus, if I can train for a living, I'll do my best every single day. So yeah, I think after that, you know, so many people are not as fortunate as we are to play a game or you know, play a game that pays the bills. So it's just remembering the privilege we have and giving your best, because we don't have a long career.
Sebas,
Yeah, yes, no. I think my motivation changed over the years. When I was young, it was always to prove a point, I guess, to people. I always said I'm too small or not good enough to make it. So I think when I was growing up, that was a big motivation. And Coach Ackerman always talks about your why, and I think all of us have a dream. Kobus has been able to achieve that dream so far, as to put on that Springbok jersey. So that's a big motivation for me, and I'll tell a story about that quickly now, but especially I believe everything you're given is for you to steward. So I believe the Lord gave me a talent, and I think I have to do the best I can with that talent and not waste it. And like Kobus just said, be thankful that I can wake up and go do this job. But I think with that, I think my wife's played a massive role, because when I just got to the Bulls, I came from the Pumas and I had 2 knee operations, and I was just struggling immensely with getting back my confidence, and I had a lot of pain. And I remember we were driving on the N4, and I just told her, yes, but I don't know, I don't think I'm good enough. I just got at the Bulls. Everyone is just as good as you, even not better. And I told her, I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I should talk to my agent, maybe go to Japan, just a bit easier. It's light on the body as well. And I remember she said, you know, whatever you want to do, I'll back you 100%, but I don't want you to regret one day giving up that dream. And I remember that was quite an emotional moment for me, because I just realized, yes, but I don't want to let myself down and not tell my kids one day I gave up. So that's a big motivating factor for me until this day now.
a breaking through moment. Sebas, you just mentioned you played for the Pumas before you came to the Bulls. I've always regarded Jimmy Stones as an absolute legend. Can you maybe elaborate a bit on how is it to be one of his players and for him to be your coach? Because I played for him at Craven Week, and like I told you a little bit earlier on, he ripped off his shirt, he started playing guitar around the fire, and all the boys joined in. Yeah. So for you as a Puma player, a bit more professional than Craven Week, how is he as a guy?
Yeah, I mean, I love Coach Jimmy. I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm sure some people have different opinions. He's a quite difficult guy, stubborn. It's his way or the highway. But yeah, I think Coach Jimmy has done a lot for South African rugby, for me as well. I think he backed me when I just got to the Pumas, and he has a big emphasis on working hard. So, you know, we really trained hard. We did 3200s every Monday. We gymmed a lot. He obviously believes in gym, like you said. He's almost...
Kliphuis.
Kliphuis. Jimmy Kliphuis, yeah.
Jimmy Kliphuis.
I remember this one time. At the Bulls, we're not allowed to do cardio, anything without a shirt. You must have a towel there. When you have a shirt on, he'll tell you why you're having a shirt on. And I remember just bantering him because we were gymming, and I told him, yes, you probably wish you still look good. And he called me in very upset and called me into his office, pulled out this, what's your lesenaar's?
A drawer.
Yeah, a drawer. And he took out this photo of him bodybuilding. We had like a six-pack on his back. And he told me, you see, this is what I look like in my prime. So yeah, no, I love Coach Jimmy. He's a legend.
Now, what we're going to do right now we're going to refill these glasses. And while we do that, we're going to open the platform one more time to Akisi A-Rod to get some of these questions coming in. Hello, ek is Dors.
Hallo, is jy Dors? Is die Dors? Where's my cameraman, Mr. Sir?
Help 'n bietjie.
Hey Rod,
Give me, hey.
ek is nou so dors, ek kan nie so koevert nat lek om dit te stuur nie.
Help 'n bietjie.
Awesome. Come stand this side of me, sir. So we got a fan here and she's got a question. What's your name, first of all?
Hi guys, my name is Futi.
Sorry, just say your name again.
Hi guys, my name is Futi.
Hello.
Ralocha.
I got one question for you. From your teammates, which guy would be the worst Uber driver and why? It's a weird one.
So did you guys hear that? Which teammate would be the worst Uber driver and why?
I haven't driven with him personally, but I've driven behind him, so I think Stravino, I don't think I'll get into a car with him. Hi Polo, what's your rep? So that's probably I haven't driven with him, but that's probably my guy.
Luister, ek stem 100% saam met jou.
I think for me, when I think about Uber, it's probably, you need to get to your destination quickly, on time. So the worst Uber driver for me personally will be Akker van der Merwe, because he, promise you, he chills in the left lane, 80 kilometers per hour. I'm from the Northern Cape. It's far to go everywhere, so we drive to get there.
Skateboard mannetjie.
Jy wil huis toe gaan, baba.
Skateboard.
Oh, all right, thanks. Okay, maybe you must stick to rugby.
Definitely.
Next question.
Alrighty, we've got another question over here. The man is dressed in blue and he's got a very nice watch on, eh? Dag sê, wat is jou naam en wat is jou vraag hier vir die ouens op die panel?
Okay, so ek het hoe kan mens maar so twee vrae vir julle. Sorry, daar is geen reëls rondom die hoeveelheid vrae nie. Okay, my naam is Andrei, aka Zeus.
Hallo Andrei.
Zero effort unless supervised. Nou vraag nommer 1 is, hoe kry ek 'n Vrystaat supporter om 'n Bull supporter te word? Nee, dis nou vraag nommer 1. Nou vraag nommer 2 is, die eerste vraag, die Vrystaater supporter het gesignde try van die Bulls afgekry waar ek op 'n braai was waar ek nie eens my brandewyn kon drink nie. So hoe hard gaan dit vir my vat en hoe baie gaan dit vat vir my om 'n gesignde Bullstryd te kry? Wat ek kan opsit in die sitkamer want ek slaap vir 2 weke al daar. Na die Bulls game.
So actually eerste vraag beantwoord. Hoe om 'n Vrystaater 'n blou bil te maak is as jy die naweek nog in Pretoria is, ons het 'n paar vernietkaartjies vir jou Loftus toe. Ja, ons sal jou daar sien.
Hy fluit al. Ek dink ons draai hom. En dan net vir background, die enigste Vrystaat supporter het hierdie baie beautiful try vir my gekoop vir my verjaarsdag. So dit beteken hy kan actually, hy kan, daar's diep in sy hart.
That's wel, niks is onmoontlik en die Cheetahs se supporters moeilik om te draai, maar my skoonpa was 'n stormer uit en uit. En nou slaap hy in 'n blou bil try. So nee, enigiets is moontlik.
Hy was per ongeluk 'n stormer.
So what Sebastian is saying there is hope yet. And if he was the guy that bought that Bulls jersey for you, I definitely think he's undercover Bulls fan. Yeah?
Yes.
Hy tot 'n blou check hemp aan, so.
You see it's blue is blue. Maar vraag nommer 2 is nog steeds nie geantwoord.
Die try. Ek dink as jy 'n try bring, ek is doodseker mense sal dit kan reël om te teken en dat ons dit vir jou gee. So dit sal nie 'n probleem wees nie.
Dis die enigste try wat ek nou aan het.
Okay, so julle het klaar kaartjies gekry vir Loftus. Bring daai try saam en dan sal ons seker maak, ja. Jy kry dit gesign.
100% baie dankie.
Okay, volgende vraag, iemand anders?
Okay, ons het die derde vraag vir nou.
Luister, Eyrod, kom ons kry nog 'n dame. Kom ons kry nog 'n dame.
Nog 'n dame.
Nog 'n dame.
Gaan jy 'n vraagie vra? Taflak, it's going to happen. So, dame hier, sy is ook in blou aangetrek. Wat is jou naam en as jy 'n vraagie het vir die ouens, wat sal dit wees?
My naam is Jean Marie en ek het nie regtig 'n vraag nie. Ek wil net sê ek is ook 'n appintinner.
Ek het gesien die so oor die vertrek.
Jy weet wat
lekker mense wat daar sit.
Jy weet wat hulle sê nee, twee swaalkies maak nie 'n sober nie.
So kaartjies vir hulle ook, nê? Kaartjies vir Saterdag.
100% kaartjies vir hulle.
En dan sterkte vir julle vir Saterdag.
Baie dankie.
So daar's nog 'n dame daar langs jou, agter jou.
Yes. Daar's nog 'n dame hier agter my.
Ek weet sy het altyd 'n vraag en haar pa is 'n groot Vodacom Bulls fan.
A massive Vodacom Bulls fan.
Massive. Yes, haar hele huis is vol Bulls.
Wat het jy daar gemaak, Mekka? Why do you know these things?
Ek het in 'n swembad gaan skoonmaak.
Ja, Mac is reg. My pa is 'n groot Blue Bull fan. Ons hele poolkamer is vol Blue Bull goed, die hele muur. Elke koerant uitsnip deeltjie wat hy kon kry is teen ons muur. Ek dink ek het 'n vraag regtig nie, maar ek wil net sê van my pa se kant af, ek dink hy love julle almal en hy het my verloofde gedraai na Blue Bull toe. So ons almal support julle.
Of ek het 'n vraagie, hoe groot is Max se Blue Bull G-string wat hy dra voor 'n game?
Vra 'n man.
Apparently is hy uit. Hy en sy stunning hare.
Wat sy naam is Kali.
Ek wil net sê ek was saam met daai ou op die Stormers. Toe word daar vir my gesê voor ek mag trou moet ek 'n Blue Bull word. Ek's nou 'n Blue Bull en Mac, jy kan maandag die swembad kom skoonmaak.
Baie dankie, ek waardeer jou. Alright, so die volgende game wat ons gaan speel, dan gaan 'n bietjie awkwardness uitbring en die manne moet baie vinnig dink, baie vinnig antwoord. Hierdie noem ons dit name the teammate. So julle moet nou baie mooi luister. Ons is so 'n paar vrae om te vra en hulle moet baie vinnig antwoord. En kyk, nou en dan kry hulle dit vir jy, wat maak jy? Nou en dan kry hulle dit verkeerd. But this is what I call the honesty of the Vodacom Bulls. Ek dink jy kan die eerste awkward een, random een gooi. Jy gooi net 'n random enetjie. Kom ons sien, maak hulle warm, maak hulle warm.
Is jou idee, begin jy?
Maak hulle warm, kom. Ek weet jy wil iets gooi, ek weet jy wil iets sê.
Ek het nou niks, Mac. Ek het niks.
All right. Gentlemen, who rocks up to training smelling like they work for a perfume store?
Sebastian de Klerk.
Kobus gaan nou vir al seker goed ek sê.
Hoe?
Ek sal sê Devin. Ek dink Kobus sê net so want hy stink heeltyd, so ek ryk net normaal.
Who has a GHD hair straightener in the team?
Sebastian de Klerk.
Hoe weet jy dit?
Who's that one guy you'd never let him look after your house?
Jaya van Heerden.
Ja, ek sekondeer hy.
Who in the team maybe have had Botox?
Sebastian de Klerk.
Who's the guy in the Vodacom Bulls that will forget his boots?
Roan Orkia. Roan Orkia, 100%. He forgets everything. This is a true story. After rugby, Marco van Staden is going to be Roan's PA, like personal assistant, to forget to pick up everything he's forgotten.
Which teammates think that he is the best dancer but moves like a broken traffic light?
Kobus Wiese.
2 left feet, Kobus.
Alright, nou gaan ons 'n bietjie in die change room. Who takes the longest in the shower and what do you think they are doing in there?
Vir ons.
Ja, julle moet nou gooi. Teammates, let's go.
Yes, ek moet sê David vat nogals lank na 'n game. David Kriel. Ek weet nie wat hy doen nie. Ek dink hy ek weet nie wat hy doen nie, maar hy's altyd laaste.
Nobody knows.
Sy arme ons is al klaar geëet en op pad huis toe dan kom 'n groot eers uit. So hy vat nogals lank.
Ek sal sê Sebastian de Klerk. Hy's die enigste ou by Loftus wat 'n badsakkie het. Vir al sy haarprodukte. Al bietjie hy hoed af hy sê vir ons daai kapsel. Yes. Sê jou.
He takes hygiene very seriously, guys.
Alright, so hier is nou baie interessante een.
But that's normally backline players. I must say that's normally backline players.
Hier is nou baie interessante een. You're about to be exposed. Who's the guy that you trust with your life but not with your cousin or sister?
Sebastian de Klerk. Yeah, that question is inappropriate, Makarapapili. There's children in the audience here, not children, but children watching. That's inappropriate. Keep it above board, my friend, please.
Kobus is soos
So this question is more based on the fact that I would trust him with my life.
Okay.
But then there's quite a few guys that I trust with my life, but there's very few guys that I would trust with my cousins. So
have you got a photo?
Kan ons die foto's opsit asseblief?
Put it on the big screen.
Een foto sien.
Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program. Ek sal sê John Elsa.
Lekker. Okay, laaste een voor ons nou na die QC toe gaan. This is the final one. If your boots went missing, who is the first suspect?
Probably Johan Goosen. He likes to train in other people's boots. I think he trained his Willie's boots the whole time Willie was gone as well. So
As weet hy stout. Dit weet ons. Alright, so kom ons maak op die platform. One more time, QC, what do we have?
Yes, sir. A-Rod. Mr. A-Rod, we've got someone over here. What is your name and what's your question for the panel?
Naam is Gideon. En ek wil net graag weet, as julle die Lions game van laas naweek moet oorspeel, wat sal julle anders te doen?
That's a good question.
Ja, ek dink Kobus sou moet raak vang as hy carry. Dis die eerste ding wat ons moet anders doen. Nee, ek joke.
Nee, dis fair.
Sorry. Nee, yes, ek dink ons het maar net ons het in die week baie daaroor gepraat. Ons het net bietjie beter na die bal gekyk het. Ek dink ons bietjie geoverplay. Ons sou dalk bietjie meer hulle onder druk wou sit in die lug. So ek dink nie ons moes obviously ons defense was ook glad nie goed die first time tackling. So ja, ek dink van my kant af.
Ja, ek dink die Leeu's het van ons foute afgespeel. Yes. So minder foute is minder geleenthede vir hulle. Ek dink eerder nou as laat in die kompetisie 'n game soos dit, want ons sal mooi leer van daai game.
Perfect. Baie dankie. And we've got one last question for the evening. Meneer, kom sit 'n bietjie naar. What is your name en wat is jou vraagie vir die paneel?
My naam is Divan. Ek het 'n vraag. Wat is julle opinie oor Eben se rooi kaart hierdie naweek?
Die man was net kwaad.
Goeie vraag. It's a good question. Okay, I'll kick this off. Obviously, whatever he did was not correct, especially these days where where the rules are so harsh. It's easy to lose your temper. I saw the footage that also came out now, or just came to light, that a few seconds earlier, that guy did exactly the same to Eben. Eben retaliated, and that's the old saying, 2 wrongs doesn't make a right. So, ja, as ek die vraag moet vra, hulle is al twee verkeerd, maar ek voel rugby is besig om so sokker te raak. Hulle moet so 'n bietjie ease up met die reëls. Dit moet rugby bly. 100%. En rugby gaan jy seer kry en jy gaan nie mooier word nie, so. That's my 5 cents.
Nee, awesome, dankie. Ek het hom nie regtig live gekykie, maar dit is obviously soos jy nou sê, dis nie reg nie. Ek weet nie regtig wat daarvan gebeur nie. Ek dink jy gaan moeilik dit wegredeneer dat dit nie intentional was nie.
You must have a hell of a good lawyer.
Maar ek dink hy gaan daai van Walle sal volgende jaar weer iets try nie. So langtermyn dink ek goeie outcome.
Ja, ek het gesien dat daai flank vroeër in die game gesukkel het met sy kontaklens. Ek dink jy wil net bietjie gehelp sy kontaklens regskuif.
All right, A-Rod, that gentleman that's sitting there, I think he's got a question, but he's shy to lift his hand. Die enetjie met daai, dit lyk soos 'n cricket try, maar is ook lyk soos 'n rugby try. Ek dink hy wil iets vra. Ek dink dis die laaste vraag vir vanaand. Ek weet die manne moet ook gaan rus. Hulle het 'n groot training session môreoggend.
Hi, my naam is Karel. Die Stormers en die Lions, nou die 20ste in die Kaap. Wat gaan die points difference wees vir die Stormers?
Ons game of die Leeu's.
Jy praat van die Stormers en die Leeu's game.
Ja.
Wedstryd. Meneer, dit is baie maklik. Al twee spanne gaan verloor.
So nie die Stormers met so 24 punte dalk voor nie?
Ek weet nie, ek dink nie ek wil 'n difference gee nie, maar kyk die Leeu's is goed. Ek dink hulle was unlucky op toer om van die paar games nie te wen nie. Ek meen ons het dit nou gesien, ek dink die Stormers is op baie goeie vorm. Ek dink hulle doen definitief iets reg hierdie seisoen. So ek dink die Stormers gaan wen, maar ek dink nie noodwendig met ek weet nie. Ek sal sê met so 15 now.
I also agree with Sabas. Obviously, I think the Stormers will be the favourite to win, and I think in excess of 15 points.
Kan ons 'n Jackie daarop sit?
Al haat ek dit om dit te sê. Dit kom vir my uit, dit voel of al lemmetjies in my keel is. Ek like die ou hier, ek like.
So we normally don't do this. We normally don't at all. Soos glad nie, right? Maar obviously 30 jaar later, meneer, ek dink jy verdien 'n Kobus Wiese hoed. You know? So I spoke to my producer and he says
Benny Pearson, Mr. Pearson, because you've been a true Bull supporter for the last 30 years, can you come up here and take Kobus'
get up here. I think he needs to hand it over to you himself. Stay in frame, the man is going to come up. Jy moet hier na toe kom. Dames en here, 30 jaar later as deel van die Vodacom Bulls, eerste man wat altyd op lofte is Versveld te kom. Ek dink jy verdien hierdie hoed. Dankie vir jou ondersteuning, ons waardeer jou.
Meneer Pearson, I actually bloody know this guy now that he's not there in the dock. I know this guy. I know this guy. No, go.
So ek het eintlik gedoen want ek weet vir 'n feit hy het mooi hare. En dan obviously vir hierdie
sexy.
En vir hierdie nog 'n Vodacom Bulls fan wat eintlik groot is vanaand. Ek dink jy verdien Sebastian se hoed. Kom vorentoe meneer. Sebastian, ek dink jy sal vir hom ook sy hand skud. Dit is nou die eerste keer wat ons dit doen op hierdie podcast.
As net een isse en dis die visse.
Lekker maak ook Kobus Wiese drukkies. Ons is visses.
Ons sê baie dankie vir jou. So hier is wat lekker is van nou hierdie storie. our producers is going to give you new caps.
I think we might.
Yeah, I get the bliss.
Can we give away Mac Rapapale's cap? Who wants?
Yes.
Guys.
If he takes that,
I've got an uncle in the furniture business, Vodacom Bulls.
if he takes that cap off, he will not be able to see anything. That head of him shines like a solar panel.
It protects him from the sun at the pool while he's cleaning the pool. 100%.
It's like a solar panel under that cap.
All right, so one more time, Pastel, Baranki, ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause. Baranki vir julle. Kobus, Sebastian, manne, groot naweek wat voor lê. Ons ook soos vir julle sê baie dankie en sterkte met die seisoen. Hierdie seisoen die nuwe EPCR obviously and obviously URC in 2026.
Gentlemen, obviously from myself and Mac's side, thanks for joining us. I know you're in it now. Ek dink julle is gefocus en goeders, maar vir julle om uit te kom en saam met ons te kom visit en net bietjie te kom twak praat. Ons het dit moerse waardeer. Regtig erg. And to everybody here, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. The party does not stop now. We still have a few brandies to give away and a few strafdoppe. So hang around and enjoy it. Thanks everybody.
And also before we shut down, Ratchet Pastel, Linwood, it is the ones and twos with DJ Kali, who's coming up next on the set. So lekker dance. And to our first sponsor, TCL, Inspired Greatness Moments. Thank you so much. Remember to let us know down in the comment section, what is the moment or event in your life that has truly inspired your greatness? Let us know right now in the comment section. We'll see you at the next episode. Otherwise, we'll see you at Loftus Versveld. Cheers.
What a night.
Jy gaan my koffies vir die res gee.